Hello everyone, this is Kiaowe with another Grand Arena. This recording is being done after the fact because on the weekends I have a hard time doing this. These are my defensive teams that we are looking at now. So quick defensive review. Not much has changed except for when I had Malik. I changed that up, and I also put here in the back Traya on defense, which I thought was going to end up costing me because my opponent, which from what I remember had never put Padme on defense before, but here are the teams that he put on defense, and as you'll see down below is where they put they had Supreme Leader Kylo and Padme. So against Padme I wasn't sure what to do. The first battle that we're going to see is going to be against Supreme Leader Kylo. I did not record at the right time. I didn't hit the button at the right time, and when I went to go check to see if the recording went, I realized it didn't. So all I have is just the end result. But it was actually the exact same result, almost exact same battle as the previous match, so I just stuck that in here. I'm using my Jedi Knight Revan team with Jedi Knight Luke to take down Supreme Leader Kylo. The only difference with his squad is he had First Order Stormtrooper instead of Kylo Ren unmasked. So the tank was different, but the rest of the setup was exactly the same. I got the exact same banners. I lost the exact same character, which is Old Ben, which is what typically happens. Every now and then he will survive, but for the most part he dies off, and then he gives us those wonderful buffs and allows us towards the end anyway just to speed up the process of taking out Supreme Leader Kylo. Of course, the whole process is the same. You're going to spin it around to Jedi Knight Luke, stun everyone, and then you're going to take out Sith Trooper or Hux. Sith Trooper I think is preferable, then Hux, and then if there's First Order Officer, obviously you want to go after him when you can. Sometimes you're forced to go after the tank first, which is fine. And then at the end, it's just Supreme Leader Kylo. And it's just a matter of finishing him off. And Luke does so much damage that it's really not that much of an issue. I'm actually thinking of reworking my mods to try to get him more offense. Right now he's sitting at like just over 11k, but it should be able to get 12k. The only problem is that you sacrifice speed. So I don't know what is like more important at this point. Is the extra like 1,000 possible offense gonna be beneficial versus if I lose, you know, probably close to 30 or 40 speed? I don't know. But anyway, here is the Padme battle. So I did a test in my arena. Thank you so much, Matt, for allowing this, for putting in a Padme team so I could test this out, because I was not sure if an all Empire team could work. I made a video yesterday that I put out featuring Palpatine and Vader going up against Padme. That was after the fact, of course. I just wasn't sure. I was really worried because everything that I looked up always had Traya in it, and so I had no idea and usually Nihilus as well, and both of them were on defense. So I was really hoping that the new Vader with Palpatine and a full Empire team would work. And I really like this lineup. I like what Imperial Probe Droid brought as well with the target lock. Right there we got a key one on GK. Now it's not always going to land, but there's a good chance that it will, and with Palpatine lead and the turn meter you get, it's only going to help Probe Droid. I think if I can gear him to 13, get him some more speed, it's just going to make it even better. And then if an emergency arises and it's not looking good for your team, you can blow someone up with him. Even though right now, was it 99k damage isn't like the most, but at least it's better than nothing. And maybe it might turn the tide and give you a victory in the end. My goal was to take out Anakin, of course, first. And I did not land the debuffs like I hoped on the outset. Finally, the second round, I was able to do so, and was sure being such a great tank, he's able to absorb a bunch of these hits at the beginning. Also got timely stuns from Palpatine, especially right here on Padme, to help prevent any type of cleanse on her part. Right there, I'm kind of forced to go after GK. Thrawn finally comes in to lay the fracture so we can start to work on. My goal was to get Padme out next, if at all possible. 3PO was just like, I'm out of here. It just disappears. I remember watching, I was like, where did 3PO go? All of a sudden he was just gone. And was getting, you know, Vader right there is no more protection, but it's just a matter of time. This was also a fast Padme too. His Padme, I think, was rocking 306 speed or something like that. Which I don't run my Padme that fast. I'm kind of happy where she's at in the 270, 260 range. She's right around where Anakin and really everyone else is. So she's not too much out in front. I know there's different thoughts on whether a slow Padme or fast Padme are better, and I think it really depends on what team you're probably going against. And now all we have to do is finish off GK, and Vader's like, get out of here. Tosses his saber, and there is the victory. Now we get to see what's behind the door, and I was a little worried on what it might be, but here is our match against General Grievous. It's just Supreme Leader Kylo. I love that I can use him to solo a Grievous team. It is just so so awesome. I don't have to worry, had the stress of Jolie like reviving 7 times, and then at the end, you know, coming away with either 55 to 60 banners, or maybe losing. But usually it is a win. It's just a stressful win because you're relying on Jolie to work his magic and revive I don't know how many times, especially Yoda, who's always dying. So it's nice to just bring in one character who gets healed up as he's getting hit, and will give you 63 to 64 manners against General Grievous. So that's why I'm so happy with Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Knight Luke being able to counter Supreme Leader Kylo, which allows me to use my Supreme Leader Kylo to go up against these Grievous teams that you're going to see in Grand Arena. Now it's just a matter of how it typically goes, one-on-one, Supreme Leader Kylo against General Grievous, and Supreme Leader Kylo is like, get out, and smashes him right in the face. Our next match, I'm trying to remember who it might be up against. I don't really recall. We'll see the battle here in a minute, as I'm scouring my teams trying to find the one I want. So we're going to go up against the Night Sisters using our Bounty Hunter squad. This was definitely probably the most difficult Night Sister battle I had, because it took a little longer to get where I wanted to go. Right now I am working on trying to get my contract going, which will only help speed up the process and get us a much needed win. Here we got the Plague on us, and I was anxious to get that cleared up as soon as possible. And that's one of the things I like about Boss Lead. There's just so much healing and so much defense as well, so it's tough to get through the bounty hunters. And in the meantime, because you have, what is it, 1, 2, 3 characters that can get around the taunt, so you can target who you need to target, unless of course they're in stealth. For the most part, you get to target whoever you want to target, and so you can get that contract going a lot quicker, which is really, really nice. There, I was hoping when I called in Django that it was going to be Django that finished off Daka so she wouldn't come back, but the Mando was just way too powerful and destroyed her himself. So she did come back, but we get her the next time around. Contract is triggered. Now it's just a matter of blowing people up. Bosk roaring, getting mad and angry at these Night Sisters. And woohoo! Mando disintegrating Asajj. There I went after a zombie. I just wanted to make sure we were all healed up before we finished off Spirit. Excuse me. And now we get to finish off Zombie and get our 60 banners with the bounty hunters. So far, I think for the most part, they've gotten me 60 banners every time, which is fantastic. Can't. I mean, it's hard to do better than that. Going up against a fully relic team, so I'm very happy with that. Here, I didn't need to bring in the full Jedi team. I did just because I knew all I needed to do was just clear the board because he had lost to my Newt Malik team. So I just brought in. I wasn't too concerned about banners. I've already made Kyber. I was like, I'll just bring in the whole squad and get the easy victory against the Lando, Kieran, and Ezra. Nest. Not Ezra. Nest team. So we're quickly making our way through these squads. I had not seen this bounty hunter squad before. I know they get their contract off a lot faster with Singh as the leader. So I was a little concerned about how quickly Mando would be able to get to his disintegrate. So I'm kind of debating back and forth which teams I want to use to try to tackle the last two, because this team was really difficult with Dooku and Wampa, and then this team I just wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure that I could eliminate them before Mando had any chance of disintegrating anyone. So I just brought in the full Sith Empire team that I had. Again, Malik was on defense, so I used the rest of the squad. I did not know, actually, and I didn't pay attention. So here it caught me off guard because they were all under stealth, and I was like, oh. And that was part of the reason why I brought in Darth Revan. It was, I'll just go right after Singh and just fear everyone, and then it should just be easy from there. So I was a little bit caught off guard by that. I didn't realize that was in her kit, just because I've never used her. I don't have her geared up or anything, and I've really never faced her. But still got a easy 59 banners. The sheer damage output that Darth Revan and the Sith Empire bring, I just made that an easy battle to get. And so this last one, we have Dooku. He had used his Newt with his General Grievous, so he went with the Dooku lead with these with the Separatists. So I just bring in CLS, and I was trying to decide who to bring in as the last one. I had Watt, so I was like, let's bring in Watt just for the additional healing, bring in some extra speed, and thought that would hopefully ensure me 60 banners. I don't believe I get there, unfortunately. Probably could have done this just fine without Watt, but I just thought for sure that with his assistance and healing, that it would get me 60 banners anyway. But oh well, that's okay. That's the way. Never know until you do it. I mean, just smashing Wampa right there. Dooku is trying to make sure that we don't, and then Jango is assisting with making sure we don't get full banners there. With them under stealth, I'm kind of forced to go after L3, and now I get to target Dooku and get him out, and now we have to wait for him to come out of his damage immunity, so we can remove that. So we are patiently waiting. There we got Chewie coming in. Damage immunity is now gone, and we can just smash him in the face. But he did some nice damage to us. I try to get some healing going there. I can't get CLS healed up in L3, so we get 58 banners. Now we have our ship battle. Most of you are probably gone at this point because ship battles are so exciting. And I know I joke, but I'm sure some of you love the ship portion of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I am just not one of them. Don't care about feats too much. I try to do feats if they're there. I don't actively most of the time go out and try to get it, especially the Grand Arena feats. If they're ones like outside of Grand Arena, I'll try and get them. Like if it's, you know, Squad Arena win so many battles, or Ship Arena wins so many battles, then I'll do those. But as far as within the Grand Arena feats, I'm more concerned about just getting the victory rather than completing the feats. And that's, you know, everyone has their own way of playing Grand Arena. Some do it just to experiment and have fun, don't really care if they finish Kyber, but that's just not my nature. So I want to finish Kyber, and I want to finish as high as possible. Once I get to Kyber, I'm not, you know, my goal is not to be number one at that point. Obviously, if I'm pretty close, I'll try to do that, but it's more about just trying to get victories, experiment a little, but not to the extent where I'm gonna lose. I have been challenged to try to do auto battles in Grand Arena. I might do that one time once I'm at Kyber, and just throw in a squad and just hit auto and see how many wins I can get. That would actually be kind of fun. So maybe I'll do that the next Grand Arena round. It would be kind of fun to see the AI play out the battles and see how they go. I know against Supreme Leader Kylo, using Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Knight Luke, that will not go well at all. So I might make an exception for that one, because that would just be an automatic loss, and then I won't have that many battles left to do, because I wouldn't even probably see the back wall. And so there might be exceptions I make, but like the rest of the battles, barring them being Galactic Legends, I'll probably I might give that a shot. That's actually a pretty fun idea. So we'll give that a go. And there we are. That was a quick Grand Arena. As I mentioned, it was another victory. And after the Grand Arena this morning that I did, we won another championship round. So we'll have to see where we finish up. I think we'll probably finish in the top 500, which would be pretty awesome. Division 1. I will take it. Anyway, Kiaowe out.